Let's get to Manchester United first, though. Ruben Amorim said his side did not exist in the first half. They came from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 against Everton at Goodison Park. Late drama too. Everton denied a late penalty overturned following an intervention from VAR. So we will start at the end then, Sam. Penalty or not?
I thought
Mess about?
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty, but I could see arguing both ways. I certainly didn't think it was a clear and obvious error, so I was really surprised that it was overturned. And I think this has been discussed, but they didn't seem to show the referee all the angles, and perhaps the most incriminating angle. And maybe they shouldn't pick angles based on what's most incriminating, but it felt like the angles that the referee did see on the monitor weren't the ones that showed what happened the clearest. So for me, it is a penalty. There's a clear shirt pull, if not two clear shirt pulls. And I think Ashley Young's got a chance of getting that ball if he's not pulled back. What I would say, though, is I don't think Young helps himself with the way he goes down. It's very dramatic. If you see his legs kind of fly out behind him, you can see how somebody might look at that and think he's gone down kind of more excessively or more dramatically than he needed to. So maybe that's played part into it. But yeah, I was surprised that was overturned for sure.
I think the point is, and it's certainly a point that David Moyes was making yesterday, is about this high bar that is supposed to be in place this season, that it needs to be, or in theory needs to be, an absolute clanger for it to be overturned, or there to be a suggestion to go and have a look at it on the monitor. And yeah, it's very subjective. I was at Craven Cottage yesterday watching it in the press room, and it was probably a 50-50 call. So if that's the case, if the referees made the decision on field, you should probably stick with it, shouldn't you?
Yes, you should. I mean, we use all of these phrases, again, as we were saying in the first part, referees call, high bar, clear and obvious. The only thing that was clear and obvious yesterday was that his shirt was pulled. Now, I take the point about the theatricality of, going down in instalments, but that's neither here nor there. If the defender transgresses, that is a penalty. That is a penalty. And I can see why Ashley is in the referee's face there, because I don't think the referee's being guided correctly. So many things about the way the referees are making decisions right now concern me, not least the fact that we are told time and again that we don't want to re-referee the game, and all about the concept of referee's call, and yet the referee hasn't made that decision. And if he has been helped, but in inverted commas, by the VAR, why doesn't the VAR show him the one angle that would have vindicated what the referee's instinct had been in the first place?
And I think the other frustration is that it appears to be so formulaic that the moment a referee is sent to the screen, everyone knows it's going to be overturned, and there isn't seemingly a presence of mind from the on-field official to think, do you know what, I'm going to stick with what I just did 2 minutes ago and ignore the VAR, with the greatest of respect, because that's still a subjective decision, but I still think, to my mind, that's a penalty.
I mean, it almost feels as though if a VAR calls a referee to the screen, the VAR is going to show the angles that vindicate what he thinks, as opposed to what the referee might think. If a referee makes a decision, you would imagine the VAR would find every conceivable angle to support what the man in the middle has decided, but that doesn't appear to be the case.
Darren said there was a couple of things that were clear and obvious yesterday. One thing is that the man behind him, Bruno Fernandes, without him, Manchester United would be in a bit of a pickle, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm a little bit torn on the Bruno Fernandes. I know that sounds odd, given that he's obviously their best player and he scores all their goals and creates all